Picture this, you're in the middle of a computer classroom in the mid-2000s, and you also have an unhealthy obsession with Sonic the Hedgehog, and word gets around that you're able to satisfy said obsession while in said classroom. Oh man, I had totally blocked this out of my memory for years. Dude, Ultimate Flash Sonic, holy cow. Some people may be out of the loop on this whole thing, but for many, including myself, this is a pretty big symbol of our childhood. Nowadays, it may not be all too special, you know, it's a simple Sonic-styled adventure with only 2 zones and a few playable characters, but this is way more than the sum of its parts. We got plenty of unlockable extras and cheat codes. Every time you finish the playthrough with one character, you'll unlock another, which really encourages multiple playthroughs, but more impressive than that, this was made by one person and was uploaded onto Newgrounds all the way back in 2004. That's crazy. This released before Sonic Advance 3. That's like a million years ago, give or take a few. And this is my very first experience with a Sonic fan game. For about 5 years now, we've sort of stumbled onto a bit of a yearly tradition where we take a look at Sonic ROM hacks, mods, all that kind of stuff. And now, for the 5-year anniversary, we're gonna go full circle and dive into the world of pure fan games. For clarification, yes, of course, ROM hacks and mods are also made by fans. Well, presumably fans at least, dedicating this much time to pump out some of the things that I've seen while also hating on what you're working on wouldn't really make a ton of sense. But this is Sonic after all, never make assumptions. The world of pure fan games is a whole lot more vast. I want to highlight some of the works that stand out on their own and don't necessarily rely on existing game files to get going. And there is absolutely no way I'm going to be able to cover every single interesting one out there. Have you ever Googled the phrase Sonic fan games? Well, if you want a good way to distract yourself until the end of time, then yeah, that's a good way to do it. We got some good, some ambitious, and some not so good. Let's cut the chit-chat because we got a lot of ground to cover. For the longest time, whenever I heard the phrase Sonic fan games, a few titles would always immediately come to mind, before the sequel and after the sequel. What we have here are a pair of games that are not only based on classic Sonic, but are also interpretations of adventures that take place before Sonic 2 and after Sonic 2, attempting to fill in the story in between the 3 main Genesis games. Oh man, we even have cutscenes too! Awesome little animated scenes that tie everything together, and it is such a cool touch. Both games feature them, but I couldn't watch them in the first game for some reason. It just kept crashing when I loaded one up, but I believe they're probably cool. We got original art styles, plenty of new gimmicks, really fun boss fights at the end of all of the zones, and some damn good music as well. Like holy cow, even the menu music to after the sequel is fantastic. This was all done years before Sega themselves attempted to capitalize on the classic Sonic market. So with how enjoyable these games are, it is very apparent that they were all made with total love. I love it. Yeah man, these games are great. If you're on the lookout for fan-made Sonic games that are super reminiscent of the Genesis titles, look no further than these. There is technically a third game here called Chrono Adventure, which changes things up quite a bit, but I think we'll save this for another time. I only played it for like 10 minutes and it is way more different than you would expect. But if you want another side-scrolling Sonic fan game, I was also recommended Time Twisted as well. And 2 seconds in, I can totally see why. Dude, this sprite work is like super good. A lot of the stuff I said about before and after the sequel can be applied here as well. We have really good level design, super catchy music, and a unique take on the time travel mechanic from Sonic CD. But in this game, the jumps to the past and future happen nearly instantaneously. I really like this one. At its core, it is just a really simple and fun 2D Sonic game, and that's totally fine by me. This one has cutscenes to tell a story as well, and sometimes they lead directly into boss fights. Man, that transition was super smooth. Nice. Oh, whoa, what do we have here? Special stages based on Racing Metal Sonic? Yo, Time Twisted did the racing special stage before Sonic Mania did. That's pretty crazy. If I were to directly compare this to before and after the sequel, I would say Time Twisted isn't as good, but this one does play in widescreen, and that right there gets major points in my book. Oh god, why are we here? Sonic 06 is a bad game. Thank you for watching my original Sonic content. But okay, hold on here. This may seem like Sonic 06 as you would normally expect it, but the crazy thing is this is actually part of a fan project set to port the game to PC. At this point in time, there have been multiple demos released, and most of the stuff from Sonic's campaign is now included, and I'll be damned, it's pretty much perfect. For as perfect as Sonic 06 can be anyway. And considering the original game never released on PC and this isn't being played on an emulator, this is wild that it even exists. It even works with an ultra widescreen resolution, and I gotta tell you, that extra screen real estate does wonders for a Sonic game. Who's to say if, in time, the entire game makes its way to PC, but hey, if Sega themselves won't do it, someone else will. You know this is gonna lead to a massive snowball effect. Eventually, Unleashed will make its way to PC, so will Sonic Colors, and then all will be right in the world and will be in the best timeline. And actually, while I'm on this topic, I found an entire lineup of fan games dedicated to modernizing and remastering other existing Sonic games and have them playable on PC. We got Sonic 2 HD with beautiful new artwork and animations and excellent remixes of the already fantastic soundtrack. Then we have Sonic Advanced Revamped, greatly expanding the screen size of the GBA classic, which that alone is awesome. But on top of that, it also introduces brand new characters to play as with unique playstyles that fit in surprisingly well. Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited takes an official copy of the game like you can purchase from Steam and finally gives you the widescreen update that we have all been asking for years, with plenty of additions on top of it. While I guess this also technically constitutes a ROM hack, I'm just gonna throw it in here anyway because hey, it's really cool and I'm not doing a ROM hack episode this year. I mean, hell, you can even install mods in this one. We're covering all the bases here. I found a PC version of the Master System Sonic 1 that got the widescreen treatment, which honestly, that alone makes the game playable in my opinion. I never got used to the smaller screen space of the original. I can happily say as a result of this port, I have beaten this game for the first time ever. It may not be an official version of the game, but I'm still gonna count it. The Master System Sonic 2 is getting a similar treatment as well, with a bunch of extra playable characters on top of it that all play like you would expect them to, which is wild because the original game only had Sonic. Extra playable characters are in the port of Sonic 1 as well, but here they're unlocked from the start. The only way to access them in that first game is by like making really good times on all of the stages, and I am not good for that at all, so thankfully I have to put in no effort to play as Shadow in Master System Sonic 2. And that is a sentence I never thought I would say out loud. There's something really awesome about taking these classics and polishing them up with a bunch of modern additions while also not messing with that game's original style. Sonic Advance is really cool, but Sonic Advance with less screen crunch and more characters is even cooler. There's even full-blown remakes in the works as well. First up here we have Sonic Chaos, and I mean man, just look at the title screen here. This alone is incredible, the animation is stellar. Essentially, what we have here is a Sonic Mania version of Sonic Chaos, one of the better games on the Game Gear. This is only a demo so far, but what's on display here is so well done. It goes to show that there are so many parts of Sonic's handheld legacy that deserve the same love and treatment that some of the console games get. Yeah, that's right, you think Sonic Chaos is the only one being represented here? Nah man, boom, Sonic Triple Trouble. Stylistically, this one is definitely closer to Sonic 3 than Sonic Mania, but man, this was really fun too. It's all about the slight tweaks to the established themes and the occasional original gimmick that really made those 8-bit classics stand out. And seeing them more fleshed out in the Genesis era style is really cool. Also, we got Fang the Sniper in the house, so I want more of whatever these developers are serving. I even found this one fan game that tries to take Sonic 3D Blast and convert it into a side-scroller. Definitely an admirable take. Some of the gimmicks do make the transition over pretty smoothly, but I think in an attempt to still feel like 3D Blast, the level designs just don't really work as well when you're trying to run through them as fast as possible. I still really like the concept though. Genesis Sonic is such a beloved formula. The more classics that get made into that format, the better. Except Sonic Blast. You can leave that one to rot. I think everyone will be fine with that. Oh wait, hold on. We got more Fang in 3D and 2D. Fang's right there. Okay, I'm totally on board. Now these remakes and remasters, they're not completed yet. Who's to say whenever they will hit the finish line? But from what I've seen and from what I've played, I will say I am very excited for whenever any of these games do hit a completed state. I mean, hell, at this point, let's take Sonic Shuffle and turn it into a 2D game. Why not? There's clearly no rules anymore. Works in progress are pretty much the lifeline that keeps the Sonic fan game train chugging along. There may not be a ton of completed fan games out there, but some of the stuff that's in the works that may or may not be completed at some point in the future, that's where a lot of the gold is. Recently, some 3D tech demos hit the internet, and man, let me tell you give some people creative freedom and powerful enough computers, and they can produce some of the coolest stuff the franchise has ever seen. The one I immediately fell in love with was Project Hero. This is just a really big playground with a 3D Sonic that, in my opinion, controls way better than many of the official Sonic games out there. Whether or not a full game comes out of this remains to be seen, but man, just running around this world doing absolutely nothing is way more addicting than I expected it to be. And taking a little look at the potential future for this project with these damn fine models being worked on, I gotta tell you, I am super excited for whatever comes our way. And of course, the same exact thing can be said for Sonic Utopia. Similarly, we have another absolutely massive playground, this time based on Green Hill and classic Sonic. The momentum-based physics you have in your control is so satisfying, and some of the massive jumps you can pull off to then be rewarded with these awesome views of the landscape, it is so damn good. Again, I don't know how much of an actual game you can make out of something like this, but I also spent like a half hour running around doing nothing worth of value besides running around, so you tell me whether or not this is worth expanding upon. Now going more towards the untraditional side of things, here we have Sonic Bold. I don't know, man, that's just a weird way of saying Super Mario Bros, but with Sonic characters instead, but okay. Oh man, I take it back, it's not even just Sonic here, we got a whole bunch of characters to play as. My god, is that Stanley the Bugman from Donkey Kong 3? We're really cutting deep here, I like it. Ooh, we got a bunch of wacky costumes too, always a fan of these. You can play as Sonic, Metal Sonic, Mighty, Shadow, the entire opening to Scooby-Doo. What? Oh hey, look at that, a JoJo reference. That's sure to please somebody out there. Oh good, we can also play as the kid from I Wanna Be the Guy. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, hold on, we got special stages too? Whoa, they're based on Super Monkey Ball? I'll be damned, that's actually a pretty genius idea. But yeah, this is basically just a really fun way to play through that original Super Mario Bros. As well as the Lost levels. For some reason, that game still sucks, but you just have a bunch of options to change things up however you like them. Have you ever played Super Mario Crossover where you can run through those classic stages with a ton of different options for fan service overload? Yeah, Sonic Ball is just sorta like a different take on that, and it's also really neat. If anything though, the sprite work gives this game the upper edge alone. It is fantastic. The artwork on display for these stages and characters is so good. Ultimately, I'm not sure if I would say it's better or worse than Crossover, but the widescreen in Sonic Ball does also give this game an edge. Just please, somebody, explain to me what bowl means. I'm really clueless about that part. Alright, cool, we got our Kirby reference in there, that's nice, I can say I hit my quota for the year. Sonic's Speed Course. Alright, yeah, it's just like a Sonic version of Kirby's Dream Course, and much like that game, I'm really bad at this. To be fair though, this style does arguably fit Sonic a whole lot more than Kirby, so this all does kinda make sense. Again though, I'm just really bad at it. Also, the world is heavily lacking in low polygon Sonic, so more of this is the key to world peace, I assure you. Alright, now we're serious. Sonic Roboblast 2, the quintessential Sonic fan game as far as I'm concerned. The legacy behind this one is honestly super fascinating. Roboblast 2 has been a thing ever since it started back in 1998, and it's still going strong. My god. Being based on a heavily modified version of Doom, actually, this is simply an awesome way of bringing classic Sonic into 3D. Great art style, smooth controls, absolutely massive levels, special stages based on knights? Holy cow, that's also really cool. It's all just so damn impressive, and I can easily see why this gained the great reception it's received over the years. And while the core game that you get here is really good, you take one look at the modding community, and you can tell things go to an entirely new level. New characters, new levels, even entirely new game modes. You can tell that Sonic Roboblast 2 isn't just a game, but a platform, and there's no way that that isn't just incredibly cool. The mods are super simple to set up too, more than I expected. You just drag and drop a few files and then boom, modern Sonic with a totally unique moveset. You move around some more, you change some settings around, and then boom, look at that, fully 3D models. More low poly Sonic. This gives me life right here. I honestly avoided Sonic Roboblast 2 for so long for no real reason, and I am honestly upset that I did because this is great. I love it. It's probably my favorite game I've played in this entire video. It got me thinking, this is Roboblast 2. What about the first one? Oh, okay, yeah, we don't gotta talk about that one, it's okay. Now you would probably assume that the world of fan games that has a much lower bar to entry to put out whatever anybody wants would have been giving us the weird, annoying, and flat out unfun fluff that we would associate with the worst of this fan base, but in actuality, the fans are responsible for some of the coolest stuff Sonic has ever seen, and it leads to a very bright future for this franchise. Remember before and after the sequel I mentioned earlier? Well, that developer would go on to create Spark the Electric Jester, a fully fledged original IP available now on PC via Steam. There's even a 3D sequel that's available as well, which also looks great. Freedom Planet, that's another one that became a big success with a pretty similar legacy behind it, initially starting off as a fan game. And like Spark, there's a sequel as well. And of course, Sonic Mania, proof positive that sometimes the fan base does kinda know best. There's even this annual event that happens online called the Sonic Amateur Games Expo, highlighting hacks, mods, fan games, and a whole lot more. And some of the games that I mentioned in today's episode are going to be in the 2020 edition of the Sage Show, so I highly recommend checking it out and seeing what some of these really talented people have been working on. The inconsistency in the official games given to us by Sega has created these massive divides within the community about what some think makes a good Sonic game. And while we can complain all we want about the state of the franchise on the internet, it's one of the constants in life. Complaining about Sonic ain't going away anytime soon. This reality, combined with the incredibly talented people to create fan games like this, covers these different niches and genres that simply won't be taken care of by the officially licensed media. And thankfully, Sega does embrace this side of the community. Some of the stuff you can find and play here is so damn cool, it is not worth pretending that this stuff doesn't exist. But what about the bad stuff? Oh god, I'm excited and nervous all at the same time. Alright, well I guess I'll go and pick an abomination of a character. This is fine. Oh wait, actually this one's pretty good. It's like a weird ball racing game that can be broken in an instant. Yeah, this is great. There's even online multiplayer too, that's hilarious. Sadly, at the time I played this, it does seem to be pretty dead, so at that point, it's pretty on par with Team Sonic Racing. Clearly, I missed out on the hot Sonic Ball craze when it was new, because I'll be damned. This is fun. It looks terrifying, but hey, it plays really well. Hold on, is that a real-life crocodile? Excuse me? Okay, I take back all the compliments. Alright, here we go. Time to make my very own Sonic the Hedgehog. Clearly this is what influenced Sonic Forces. Yep. Thinking the arms should look a little bit like this. The head, definitely like this. Body color, yeah, this one makes a lot of sense. As for the name, Prego Night Supper Hispan Vex Kai the Hedge Girl. Couldn't have said it any better myself, rolls right off the tongue. Alright, that was a blast. What about the second game here? Oh man, sorry guys, it looks like I can't really play this one. That's a shame. No network adapter? Man, that's a big shame right there. Oh well, now it's time to make some movies for my adoring audience. Nothing too explicit here, I gotta keep my channel in good standing, you know what I mean? I am not risking my channel over this. The last option we have here is a virtual reality game where you're Sonic's roommate. Oh my god, okay, I hate this. Oh, mom, pick me up, I'm scared. Yeah, no, this looks about right. Sonic Dreams Collection is... yeah, that's about it. This game is... I knew this one was infamous for a bunch of reasons, and I was very scared to find out why. My fears were totally justified. Okay, so taking a look at the timer down below, it looks like we're almost done here. We have time for one more fan game. What do we got? Nothing like a sequel to Sonic Forces to really get the blood flowing. Here we have Sonic Suggests. That's one of the funniest names I've seen in my life. This should be good. Oh god. Oh wow, okay. I kinda hate how good this game actually looks. This is very pretty. Why? Oh, it's because of Hideo Kojima. Of course, I should have known. Oh man, what is this? I don't know what's going on here. It controls fine, I guess, but at what cost, really? You know, sometimes in life you get these questions that pop up in your head and you know you'll never know the answer to them, and this is definitely one of those times. Oh no, they're coming closer. Please stop. Oh man, we have a boss fight? We have an Eggman boss fight, okay. Alright, a couple of hits and he's down. Has to be expected. Now it's time to kill the Eggman. All things considered here, still better than Sonic Forces.